What is going on, my stock market bulls and bears? I'm your host, Terry Stonkers, and welcome to my channel, baby. Buy the dip. All right, guys, here in today's video, we're talking about it right there. Ticker symbol BBIG, and I'm getting really excited about everything. So first, we got to talk about this week coming up. We got a lot of important stuff coming up, and there's an article out here on the Financial Times talking about how will the markets respond to prospect of the Fed tapering. And that's going to be huge. Will Federal Reserve signal plans to taper its crisis air bond buying? So that is coming up. So keep that on your radar, guys. Make sure that if you're long on BBIG, that you're not worried about all this stuff coming up this week. Could be a rocky road, or it could be the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm here to bring you that Fintel information. I got the premium version of the Fintel, so I'm going to bring it all to you. Check this out. This actually shocked me. The ownership accumulation score is a 97.61. It is ranked number 121 out of over 21,606 stocks. And this score here on the Fintel is a accumulation score of the result of sophisticated multi-factor quantitative model that identifies companies with the highest level of institutional ownership. So when I see we're ranked 121 out of over 21,000 stocks, guys, I see that the big institutions, the big totes, are buying up BBIG because of this possible spinoff coming up. So let's go take a look at the short interest. And I think you're going to be very pleasantly, well, not really pleasantly surprised, but you're going to know that you see short interest a share is 15.7 million. Short interest percent afloat is a 33.52%. And look down here at the short squeeze score. Ranked number 1 on the Fintel of a short squeeze score at a 97.31 out of 100. And it says the short squeeze score is a result of sophisticated multi-factor quantitative model identifies companies with the highest risk of experiencing a short squeeze. The scoring model uses a combination of short interest, float, short borrow fees, and other metrics. The numbers ranges from 0 to 100. The higher number indicating a higher risk of a short squeeze, so keep that in mind. We are ranked number 1 on the Fintel. This is a very reputable site. I got the premium version and I love it. Updated 12 minutes ago says there is 650,000 shares at a leading prime brokerage that are available to short. Doesn't mean they have to, but they can borrow, lend them, short them, whatever they want to do with it. The fee right here, the short borrow fee, was updated 12 minutes ago from back on the 17th. It shows it's going to cost you 48.93%. If they want to borrow this stock, lend a stock, it's getting really expensive. And I can tell you they're not like paying that fee. That is really expensive, guys. Here we got the FINRA short volume ratio was on Friday the 17th was 41.99. And we go over here to the combined short volume ratio, which is which combined the FINRA, CBOE, and the PSX, gives us a 44.82 ratio. Now, here's an interesting thing I did for you guys. BBIG, if you don't watch my regular videos and you're new to the channel, they have this thing here called the short sale transactions, and there is a boatload of them. And we're like, how do we get the totals of what they shorted on just Friday? Well, I went in and did the legwork because I love my viewers, I love the family, and I'm here to give you the information. This is the total of Friday the 17th, just one day, of what those people shorted. Now, this is $5,000 or greater or equal to. If it's less than $5,000, it's not on this list. Keep that in mind. The total short sale transactions that was recorded was 1,037 transactions. The total shares shorted on just Friday alone, 1,802,284 shares. And the total dollar amount of those shares shorted, $14,579,677.69, guys. Boom! I know, right? They're just shorting the heck out of it. $14.5 million was spent to short that stock Friday to drive the price down. And I think we know why they were doing it. They were trying to get people's options contracts out of the money. And I think they were trying to get it below 750, but they didn't do it. We stayed above 750, and I think that was key. All those 750 strikes, expired in the money. So I think that's a good thing. Also went ahead and did a little extra work for you guys. I created the charts here of all those transactions And this will show us if anyone is really heavily shorting. As we look here, there's a lot of them below 10,000 shares. There is a couple here above 10,000 shares. You can kind of see those numbers. I like to point out the top couple. One person here short of 20,000 shares, and the biggest one we got in the candle, there was one person short of 25,700 shares. How much does that equal out that they were shorting it? 25,700 shares equals $219,735, guys. On that one transaction, over $200,000, they were shorting the stock to try to get it below the 750, and they didn't do it. I'm going to touch base on this article here. You can see Vinco Ventures investors can ride the tide with the blockchain spinoff. There's a whirlwind of events which all Bbig stockholders need to keep track of. Now, I'm going to scroll down here and go over the stuff that I kind of think is the most important in this article. Here you can see it says, now if you're gutsy enough to hold Bbig stock, at least you know what you're in for. Notably, the stock has a short squeeze potential. Says it observed a short squeeze interest over 30%. This article was just done, guys, 2 days ago is when it was published. It said it had a short borrow fee of 99%, which we just covered at the Fintel'S, said it was around 40-50%. That's all important to know, but what about the company? Just to catch you up, Vinco Ventures is a holding company that tends to delve into tech-focused business interests. For instance, the company made a recent foray of red-hot non-fungible tokens market, the immersive NFTs, to a private investor. Earlier this year, Vinco Ventures announced its plans to merge with Zash Global Media, a company led by Ted Farnsworth, the owner of an 80% stake in a TikTok rival called WillMeade. To be more precise, Vinco revealed the company through its joint ventures with Zash, known as ZVV Media Partners, intends to acquire WillMeade. I am super excited about this, guys. This is just amazing. Deep into the blockchain, so far revealed that Vinco Ventures has financial interest in the NFT and social media streaming niches. In case that's not enough for you, there's a spinoff dividend in the works with a blockchain angle. Let's see if we can break this down. The company is called Tyde, which, like Vinco, is a selective acquisitions company. The Tyde focus on leveraging blockchain technologies and will apparently be an offshoot company from Vinco Ventures. Upon the successful spinoff, Tyde will be a newly formed, publicly traded company investors should watch for, and it will eventually be traded under ticker symbol TYDE, Tyde. And yet there's another wrinkle in the story. Along with the Tyde spinoff, there will be a spinoff dividend. So not only do we got the spinoff, but we got the spinoff dividend. With that to keep in mind, there are a couple of key dates to be aware of. And if you've been invested in Bbig for a while, you probably know this, but I want to cover it. Of course, a couple days ago, September 15th, was the record date for the proxy. The big date is going to be the 22nd, the mailing date of the proxy. We might get more details in that mailing date on the 22nd, which is going to be Wednesday. So I believe this Wednesday, it could be huge. Then we got on the 14th of October, the shareholders meeting, and the big day, October 15th, is the record date for the Tyde Spinoff Dividend. So this next month for Bbig, it's going to be crazy, man. We're going to have ups and downs and bumps and bruises, but I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. It says here the bottom line, got all that. If not, today I'm just hoping that you'll have an overall picture of what Vinco Ventures is about. So far, we learned the company has interest in NFTs, along with a TikTok clone, Reddit-fueled short squeeze, and even blockchain spinoff with associated dividend. And I want to end the video touching base on this because, I don't know, this is the first time I always talk about WillMeade here on Twitter. The man has some fantastic plays, but back on this Friday, he said he was stopped out of BBIG. The market is just so weak. I will buy BBIG again next week once the market improves. I don't know if I can necessarily believe that, because if we go back here to his recent post, just on the same day, he talked about the updated S3 partner short interest. He was talking about that. It's ridiculously high since you can't borrow the stock, as it's almost 100%. The market's focused on squeezing, that's his name. He also talked here about it can get near $10. It will squeeze bigly. Largely open interest positions expiring today. He talked about down here on I'm long BBIG till this hits 12 to 15. So he's long BBIG, but the next day he gets stopped out of it. I don't know. That just really kind of rubs me the wrong way, but I still like the man's picks. I'm just kind of confused by his post the day before. How can you be long a stock and the very next day you're out? You said you got stop loss. So if you're long on a company, why are you going to put a stop loss on it? I mean, I wish he would come out with a tweet and kind of clear this up, because that's like me saying, just for example, I'm long on Tesla and I put a stop loss on it just a couple, like $1 or $2 below it. But I'm long on Tesla 10, 15 years. Why do I care if it goes down right now if I'm long on it? I mean, if he was just saying, hey, I'm looking to, ride this momentum and, whatever, then I can understand. He also posted here about the Venco cash. As of 9/3, it's 127 million. The cash going to be generated from the warrants is going to be almost 500 million. We're talking almost $620 million in cash they're going to have. So I don't know. I guess we'll see here. I mean, all these posts here, this was a Bbig post. This was a Bbig post of evidence. I mean, he was just going on here. He talked about the flag. It has a bull flag forming. The breakout on the 15-minute, it's just clean above. I don't know, man. It's just so weird. I just wanted to touch base on it because I really like Will. I do like the DD he puts out. No, I didn't buy BBIG because of Will and his DD. That's his, that's his thing. But I just wanted to know what you guys think. What do y'all think about Will and what he did there on Twitter about that whole day before, hyping it up, and the next day I'm selling out? At least I have done on this channel. Like I'm telling you guys on certain plays, like JCS has that 350 special dividend. I'm telling you, I'm in that for the dividend. 350 a share, I'm in it for the dividend. But if the stock goes parabolic, I'm going to cash out and see if I can rebuy back in before that dividend date. So I'm just being transparent. I'm not out here to pump a stock and then, tell you what I'm going to do. Even if BBIG, if this thing goes parabolic, I probably will sell out of it. I just want to be transparent. I'm not here to lie to you guys, just telling you all the truth. Now, if it slowly creeps up, I'm going to hang in it. I'm going to ride the momentum. But if this thing goes like $20 in one shot, like literally straight up candle, then I may sell it. So, but if it goes a couple bucks here and there, I'm not going to sell it for a couple dollars, guys. If this thing goes $10, $15 jumps, then yes, I could consider selling it and seeing about buying back in on the cool down. So just being transparent with you guys. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash a thumbs up. Check out the links down below. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.